What do you get when you cross zombies, a submarine, and an ancient sunken city? Coming right up here on Drew's Book Reviews. Stay tuned. What a crazy ride, The Temple by HP Lovecraft. We're going to talk about that on this month's HP Lovecraft Tales of Horror. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Join me on my Discord, that'll be linked below, as well as my bookstagram and other links you should check out as well. So let's take a look at HP Lovecraft Tales of Horror. This month we are talking about The Temple. Now, if you don't know what The Temple is about with HP Lovecraft, basically the story is about this German U-boat submarine in World War II. Just finishing up a battle, the crew finds one of the dead soldiers clinging to life alongside of the sub, holding on to this kind of ivory statuette thing. One of the crew members of this German U-boat brings it aboard. This starts the curse of what's going on within this submarine. And of course, the submarine is badly damaged after this battle, and it's slowly sinking to the bottom of the ocean. The crew is going insane, and they believe they are cursed based on this little piece of ivory statuette that was brought on board. And insane by this, the crew is having nightmares, they're having auditory hallucinations. Zombies seem to be following the submarine, some of them staring at them or swimming away from the sub. Creepy stuff is going on, and they're all trapped within this submarine as it slowly sinks to the bottom of the ocean. I mean, just picture yourself in that situation. Imagine being trapped in this sub with an insane crew who's suffering hallucinations, desperate to get out, going insane, lacking sleep, nightmares. Everything around you is collapsing into total and complete destruction. HP Lovecraft is phenomenal at the way that he writes his stories. I love the way that he has that tone and that setting of being trapped within the sub as it sinks to the bottom of the ocean, until eventually there's only one survivor. And I don't want to spoil it for you. Granted, these stories are nearly a century old at this point, but still, I don't know if you're... So, no spoilers there, but eventually the lone survivor of the ship winds up on the bottom of the ocean floor in this submarine and encounters this lost city, which he deems to be Atlantis, and the temple and the statue of the god in the temple resembling the same little ivory figurine statue that was brought on board when everyone started going insane. So it seems to be cursed with this imagery and this feelings of anxiety being trapped within this sub. Now, one thing I absolutely love about the way this works within this story is you can almost kind of feel a parallel between what's going on in the minds of the sailors of this sinking German U-boat and what is going on in the U-boat and the physical reality as well. These people are trapped within this submarine as it sinks, but they also seem to be trapped into their mind. As the submarine deteriorates and isn't functional anymore, so their minds also are no longer functional like they used to, deteriorating, going insane. They're losing control and trapped within their own minds until their inevitable destruction of their minds through this absolutely terrifying experience of being trapped within the sub. That is just a really cool concept. So essentially it's parallel to each other, which I thought was a really cool idea. If you can imagine the sub as their mind, as it sinks, so too their minds are sinking and going insane, just as they're sinking and slowly to their inevitable destruction. And as they are sinking, their good as God seems to be calling out to them, commanding them to come to him. And they just want to escape and get out into the ocean water on the crushing depths. And it's just a terrifying, eerie feeling. Now, as far as the story itself, I wouldn't say that I was feeling that terror while I was reading it, but I think it was more supposed to be like this kind of eerie, creepy feeling that we have as we read the story for HP Lovecraft's The Temple. And I just really enjoyed the way that was written. I love the imagery that comes to mind of these zombies swimming around the ship and the ship is sinking to the bottom of the ocean. I love the imagery, the feeling, the pressure building up as you get deeper. So the pressure inside your mind also building up and just waiting to explode out of your mind. And what the heck is going on? We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know how these people are going to survive, if at all, as we read through this short story. Now, HP Lovecraft stories are pretty short, so you can get through them really quickly. But they're also terrifying. They're creepy. They kind of have that creepy vibe to them, which I really love about the HP Lovecraft stories. I'm really enjoying reading HP Lovecraft this month. So this is just a relatively short video, but I have to say, I'm still enjoying it. These short stories by HP Lovecraft. There's some of my favorites in the horror genre that I've read. I haven't actually read a lot of horror, to be completely honest with you. It's not really a genre that I read much of, but I am enjoying HP Lovecraft. And this month, I have to say, I really enjoyed the story The Temple by HP Lovecraft. And if you haven't read this short story, I definitely recommend it because it is creepy, it is awesome, it is fun, it is an enjoyable read all around. And I definitely would recommend checking out The Temple by HP Lovecraft if you have not. So definitely go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Those are just my thoughts on The Temple by HP Lovecraft short story. So as always, let me know down below in the comments, what do you think? Have you read The Temple by HP Lovecraft, or any HP Lovecraft for that matter? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, as always, join me on my Discord, follow me on Bookstagram, check out all the links in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep on reading. Bye!